Welcome back, people, to the game cave. We're playing Pillars of Eternity. Now, I do have the ability to switch armors, and you know, that looks kind of barbarian-ish to me. So I think we're gonna have to do that. One cool feature about Pillars of Eternity is that you can always enchant your equipment. Now you can do that by like improving shit. So yeah, I can make this here a fine hide armor. If I have Pilgrim's Crown, Adra, and Ooze Plasma, and 600 coins. This will give me +2 damage reduction, which would be awesome. Now it also takes a, I guess you could say, space of 2. Takes 2 anvils. We have a maximum of 14 on this item. So you want to take that into consideration when you're enchanting. You're definitely going to want the legendary enchantment. So that's 8 minus, or 14 minus 8. So that gives you 6 to go with. So you can add in, for example, Constitution. That's 4, that gives us 2 left. And maybe another Constitution to get a +3. Maybe, something like that. Get some more health. Anyways, I hope that I made some additional adjustments to my microphone settings. It was a bit too loud last time. The lower level of the ruins have been blocked off by fallen rubble. So hopefully it sounds better now, more balanced, and hopefully the audio bug is gone.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Right. Did we learn about those people? Yeah, who attacked us? Glenfathens. One of those be the hut dwellers Odama warned about. Look to be the fangs of Gallowayne, who are twitchiest of the lot. They go from ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema. I think you have expected this once we lost the main road. The Glenfathens said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it. But as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glenfathens don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down to the passage beyond, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. Right, let's get going.
Yeah.
Now, a funny little note. If Hayden gets injured
Wonder who was here.
in the
See if they left anything useful behind.
standoff outside, then 2 camping supplies, mace. You know, the mace might be good. We'll give it to the inventory there. We don't need this shit, so we'll put that into the stash. Yeah, that little scene here plays out a bit different. So it's really cool like that. This game, it's so well written when it comes to the consequences for your actions and stuff. Very cool. Let's go up this way.
Those tiles look suspicious.
Oh,
Let's be careful.
yeah, let's not step on those. We're here, we have a body. He has a tattered journal. The small folio is torn in several places, and blood is soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I got my hands on a genuine Iguithan artifact. Fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. But let's see, he's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about the gem leading to hidden treasure, then it's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Kaylee and Liz in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding the relief he was talking about.
Yeah.
A relief, you say? A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh. You'd recognize it as a Zorip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard. The Zorip's eyes narrow, and it hisses at you. It lunges, raising the spear. Let's go full on here. That Zorip shouldn't take much. There we go. Get a spear. I don't think we want to be using spears. Hunting bow, more lockpicks. I don't need those. Okay, so I happen to know where the relief is. It is through here. Now there is a path you can take through this little thing as well by interacting with these.
Just like the tiles.
So if you light a torch to them, you can then get a way through. This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. It shows a procession of Iguithans. It doesn't say. Here we go. From all the Kith races, Amoa, Elf, Orlan, Dwarf, and Human. They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span the chamber, each one topped with a flame. So you can use a torch to light these, and it will highlight which runes are safe to tread upon. But there is also another path that is more appropriate for our character, so we'll take that one instead. Let's enable our rage ability. Send you in to do blind the ooze. I don't know if you can blind the ooze, but if we can, we will. I was sure I pressed that button. Nah, they're immune to being blinded. That's alright.
Huh.
Here we get the ooze plasma that we need.
Sure.
Where'd that slime come from?
Vicious and oily. This muck clings to anything it touches. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggests that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. We'll use our water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of its head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, the gem fills the other. Did I not pick up the fucking gem? Is that how it is? Oh my god. I read the fucking journal, but I didn't pick up the thing. Let's rush back. There we go. We'll put it into our stash. We don't need to be carrying it around. Quest items can always be accessed from the stash, even though you're not resting. But you can't take out things like healing potions and whatnot. There we go. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. And there is a lesser black ooze in there. I don't think we need to buffer this one. We have a 74% chance to hit. That's not bad, actually. Not bad at all. We are a barbarian. I mean, we're more concerned about the number of attacks rather than actually hitting anything. We also get some Audra, which is awesome, because we need that to enchant this piece of equipment. Right, so we now have the Black Ooze, we have the Audra, we need Pilgrim's Crown. Less commonly found in Dyrwood. Garlands and wreaths, alright. It doesn't really give me a hint as to how I might find one. So, but we're well on our way. That's the important thing. Yes. Also, let's keep fast mode active, because instead of going through this little puzzle, we'll go over here. And I should make a habit of scouting now. Controls. Toggle scouting. Left alt. No. Cancel. That's fine. I also wanted to see about toggle interactables. Highlight interactables. I don't need that actually. Cancel. I just wanted to see about character sheet. Let's see. Thank you.
Wait.
Alright, there's a Skalder Whelp. Now, I've set it to automatically go into slow mode when combat begins, so if it's a bit faster for you, if you play this game, then that's probably why. You can, I have it set to Q for slow mode, and E for fast mode, and then I use WASD to, you know, move around. And you can just click the same button again to toggle it on and off.
I'll be quiet.
But let's get into the habit
That
of
looks
actually
weak.
sneaking.
Could be a shortcut.
A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. We can use a hammer and chisel to weaken the wall, but we'll use our brute barbarian strength to push it. Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. We'll push it ourselves. You push with all your might, and the crack begins to spread. Finally, you feel the ancient masonry give way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. And you can tell, because we have a might of 16, that we kind of pwn that wall
I could
into
scout ahead.
submission.
See what's around the corner.
Alright, here's a whelp. There's another one. Of course, we get spotted very easily, because we're not good at sneaking. Oh, that's bad. They all stunned us. Alright. You should move around. Like so. Let's have you do this. Let's have you use your blinding strike.
Let's go.
Okay, good. Took a lot of damage there. Ah, we finished our bestiary progress for the Skalder Whelp. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go back into sneaky sneak mode. It's called scouting mode in this game because it's also, you know, look for hidden objects. That's my one little pet peeve with this game, is that you have to do that in order to spot hidden shit. In later games...
There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
In later games using the same engine, that's not an issue. They realize that they fucked up. That's always nice when developers do that. Okay, so now we're on the other side of this little puzzle.
Be quiet.
Of course, some skill in stealth wouldn't be out of the question for Bear. Let's attack the one in the middle.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Let's.
There we go. Spider leg. Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Ugh. I find a rapier and a bloodstone. I don't know what a bloodstone does, but I'm guessing it's for enchanting. There's another body. He had a helmet on him. Helmets do jack shit. At least the normal ones in this game. You may find some magical ones. I forget. I think it's just, you know, sort of whatever. I don't remember any helms being all that great, at least. We'll see. We'll find out together. Okay, let's turn off fast mode. Older robed man. Four figures stand in an otherworldly before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen. And he wears a strange black headdress with two protrusions that jut out like wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Adra pierces the floor from below. Its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions. Questions that must be answered or... At the base of the pillar you see a man with a thick grey beard and a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. Well, shit. You awaken to find your malaise as broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stands frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Hayden and Kalisha lies bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. And we gain a level. Fuck yeah. You also get back all the things here. I think I will take the beer and the lockpicks. And the torch. And the potion. And the rest goes into the stash there. Cool. So, leveling up, we get to choose certain things. This is our skills. We don't get to assign these at the first level. They are assigned for us based on our choices during character creation. We get +2 athletics because we are barbarian, and we get +1 survival because we are barbarian, but also +2 colonist, +2 survival from being a colonist background. Let's see now. Quickly, the skill stealth is the ability to use scouting mode effectively and sneak attack enemies. Athletics is grants you the second wind, which is a healing ability that every class has. The more points you have in athletics, the more effective that healing is. So it's pretty important. Survival, whenever you rest outside, you get to choose a certain bonus based on your skill in survival. You can see them here. One is damage reduction, which is fine. 2 is received healing multiplier, so that you heal more when you actually heal, which is going to be very important for us. Bonus movement, accuracy versus creature type. This can be beasts, wilder, primordial beasts, what have you. Increased consumable duration, that's potions and buff items. And 6 is bonus damage versus flanked enemies. Very nice if you're a rogue. Or a cipher, actually. Never mind that now. Once you go to 7, you start from the beginning again, and it becomes better. So, up to a maximum of 3. So, if you want 3 damage reduction, you would need a survival of 13. And that's a very significant bonus. But that's also whenever you rest outside. You can rest at inns and such and get different bonuses. So that's something to keep in mind. I think we want to go 50-50 for now between athletics and survival. Because we want survival. Let's see, rank 5 gets us increased consumable duration. Bonus damage versus flanked enemies. I think just the healing multiplier is gonna be good. We'll get that later. For now, let's also get some point into athletics. Let's see here, 40 endurance. Okay, so we gain 5 more hit points per point in athletics. Well, we can wait a bit with athletics then. Important to know that these skills also play into conversation, roles. So if you're very athletic, you can like sprint forward and attack someone before they get a chance to react, like I did in the standoff. Lore is also, trivia, basically, and knowledge about shit. You can also increase your lore skill to be able to use scrolls, magic scrolls. So you can cast spells with a one-time consumable item. And mechanics is disable traps and pick locks and stuff. You can also use it to set traps, I think. It says plus trap accuracy. So if you have a high mechanics, you can recover a trap that is set on the floor. I think I'll have an companion deal with that. So we get +3 to our survival skill. Our class talents are unique to us. These on the bottom here are from the other classes. So we can sort of multi-class, though not really. One thing to consider is veteran recovery. So by adopting the strict discipline of a fighter, the character is able to pace themselves in combat, steadily regaining endurance over time. So yeah, 3 + 1 every 3 levels after 1. And also, of course, plus might. For 3 seconds, for 45 seconds. Right, so that's it's what? For 45 seconds. But it's a passive. So it just ends after a while, I guess. If you're going for an intelligent barbarian, I would absolutely recommend accurate carnage. This makes your carnage ability hit more often. I'm not really concerned about that. I would like greater frenzy. So I get +2 might and +2 constitution. So that's 6 might, 6 constitution, and attack speed. That's pretty good. Although, now that I think about it, I might go with the ruffian weapon focus. These gives you +6 accuracy. And this ruffian is saber, stiletto, club, pistol, and blunderbuss. And above all of these weapon focuses, it's the one that fits the most because it has saber, which is a slashing weapon, stiletto, which is a piercing weapon, and club, which is a blunt weapon. And they're all one-handed, so I can wear one in each hand and be all dual-wieldy, right? Adventure is another one that's sort of there, but it's more for two-handed Poleaxe is two-handed, Estoc is two-handed, Flail is one-handed. And then Wand is one-handed, Warbow, of course, two-handed. So that was another. A Peasant I also considered. But, you know, we don't want to be a fucking peasant, do we? Let's go with Ruffian. Boom. Get more stuff. Now we just need to now we just need to find a pair of clubs. Okay. That's the ooh. Oh, that's not good. Ew. We get stuff from looting Gash. Pilgrim's Crown. Awesome. Now we have all we need. Except experience and gold. Ain't that the fucking truth? Oh. Oh! Yeah, there's been some nasty rituals going on in this place for quite some time, it seems. This massive structure is formed of stone, adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with unusual energy. Can I do something to make that stay longer? Tooltip delay, voice frequency. Font scale. No. Because tooltip delay is how long it takes for the thing to pop up. Like, well, I can't really show you. Never mind. Let's loot the vessel flesh. They're ash now, so I don't think they care too much. They're not gonna miss it. Springberry. Very nice. And another Pilgrim's Crown. Awesome. Alright. Let's head to Valewood. Gilded Vale is our ultimate target, but we have to go through the forest first. So we'll travel there. And could rest. Yeah, major fatigue, minus 20 accuracy, minus maximum endurance. Let's rest. Let's see here. What do we want to choose? 10 accuracy versus beast, I think. Yes. That is rest. I don't think there's anything in the stash that we would like to have at this point. Let's also equip some items here. The beer gives us +1 damage reduction for 300 seconds. That's pretty good. Plus endurance over 12 seconds. I think that's it for now. Let's do that. No. Equip. Take off that. Put this one there. There we go. Alright, 40, 45. This thing here deals 14 to 20 crush damage. This thing here deals slash damage. So we'll want to use that slash damage. If we don't deal enough damage, we can switch to our mace. Cool. And we'll drop a save here. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.